Hi, I'm Brenda Yoho, and welcome to Solution Saturday. As the author of Lead with Two Rules, Feeling Good and Feeling Safe, I'm trying to share out as much as I possibly can about the book and to help guide you as you apply these things to your life or the life of others. So, at my book launch, some of my former colleagues came to visit me, and some of those people that bring a lot of laughter to my life because as we shared memories and talk about different things. So one of the things that people like to razz me about is that I am pretty hallmarky and I do like to say positive things a lot. But one of the things that I've been known to say is my favorite group sings a song, Rascal Flatts, and they talk about cherry Coke on a front porch. Well, that reminds me of Mayberry. And so I always talked about Mayberry and made some different analogies during speeches and things. So my friends like to razz me a little bit about that. But you know how life would be so much simpler if we all got to know our neighbors and we could sit outside on our porches and just enjoy life and watching our children grow and play. And I think we're missing out on a lot of that because of the way our life is going in this fast-paced world and no time to slow down. But I would offer you this. If you would just slow down just a little bit, just to take those tiny minutes and moments that are precious that you get to be with people you really truly love, especially your children, and just hang on to those because time goes by really quickly and so fast. And I want you to enjoy every minute of every day. So one of the ladies reminded me of that I would often say, hey, we're going out for a call, we're going out to go do a home visit because we needed to take care of our students, our families, and to make sure things were okay. So as I grew into the director's position, I was overseeing lots of different programs. And it didn't change how I responded as a principal. I really wanted to get to know families and really get to help them in our district. So oftentimes I would ask the police to go with us if there was, at least be close by, if it was some kind of domestic issue, if there was some kind of dangers I felt that could be present. Well, sometimes the police weren't always available. They had things that they had to do as well. So one of my friends bought me this great little ornament for my Christmas tree, Barney Fife. So sometimes I would take Barney and put him in our car to go. So at least we did have the police on our side. We laughed a little bit, but the situations that we were going to were not laughable. They're heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. When you have a family who is experiencing domestic violence, I'll use that as one of the examples that I think her and I can recall. It's scary because you don't know what you're walking into, and you want to help the family get the resources that they need. And I'm hands-on, not hands-off, so I do everything I possibly can to make sure that families get what they need. So on this particular call, we went to a home where the mother was being abused, and I'll say supposedly abused because nobody was arrested. And she was wanting to get out of the home and wanting to get her kids to a safe place. So we were trying to help connect her with another organization that could help with all of that. And that's big when you're helping your families and students get to safety and to make sure that they're safe. And in the book, I've been sending out, it's on page, if you have the book, it's on page 73. And it's a list of the resiliencies that children need to be able to face life later on and just face life presently. People want to know that they're valued. That's an important thing. But the very first thing that's listed on this resiliency list is I had people to look up to. Now I want you to think about that for just a little bit and to think about if you had people to look up to, because we've all experienced pain and trauma and wounds. I listened to a message about the wounds that we have, and they become part of our life, and they do. They become part of our decisions that we make. They become part of the actions that we take, the wounds that we have, and those wounds can be very deep, depending and very harmful, depending on what kind of wounds you have. Um, they can also be name calling. They could also be having somebody in your life that you really looked up to who was disappointing you in every way. That's hard. I want you to kind of look at, how are you someone that people can look up to? What are you doing to help others feel that they can look up to you? And that's a big thing. Um, I took my job very seriously because I felt like parents were depending on me to make sure I had the very best teachers, the very best staff, and that I was doing everything I possibly could to make sure their kids were getting a good education and they were feeling good and they were feeling safe. And I worked very hard to make sure that all those things were happening. Sometimes the decisions I made, other people didn't like, and I could, sometimes I had some people who wanted to cause harm to me, not physically, but they did things that would try to dampen me and to provide wounds for me. But it's all in how we respond and we react to situations. And I learned that along my journey, how important it is to realize that when we respond to something, that means we're thinking about it and we're taking actions that are positive and that we really thought about. When we react, that's our emotions giving us anger, giving us wanting to point fingers, wanting us to do this and that. And that's not a way you're going to be able to find the best solutions for what you're dealing with. One of the things that I would like for you to do is this. Think back and reflect on the people that you looked up to as a child. Think about people that you're looking up to now if you're an adult. Think about what you're doing that's helping others look up to you. Do you have the same qualities that you're looking for in people that you look up to? Do you have the same mannerisms and the same approaches to things? Very important for our kids today to have people to look up to. And I want them to have many people that they can look up to. I want them to have that in their community, in their school, in their homes. I want them to have as many as we possibly can provide to them, people they can look up to. Our leaders need to be people that they can look up to and respect. It's hard right now in our country because there's so much negativity. But I know that we can turn that around and start thinking about people looking up to us as leaders, as parents, as teachers, as principals. We can do that. I do believe that. I had to take a deep breath because it's a big job, and but it's important to do. And so for this Solutions Saturday, I'm going to ask that we help our children and the people around us to build the resiliency they need to be able to face the issues they're facing. Be the person that they can look up to. Be the person that can help them find the right resources. Just like I always say, you can choose to be part of the problem or part of the solution. The choice is absolutely always yours to make. But we need to make some better decisions for the welfare of our children and the future of our country. And I think it starts with you. Why not? If not you, then who? Let's do this together, making this a better place for all of us to feel good and to feel safe. I'll see you next Saturday.